Hey everybody, I'm back, and this time I'm taking a look at WildFrost, which is a game I've become fairly obsessed with in the last week or so, and I thought it would be fun to record a video showing it off since I've talked about it to a lot of my friends and family, and they probably don't understand. It's kind of a complicated thing to explain, but it's a simple execution. So, better with a demonstration. Here we go. This came out a year and a half ago, I want to say, early 2020, or like mid-2023 maybe. I play on the Switch. Sorry, my cat is being very needy right now. He'll have to meow it out for a little bit. Yep. Sorry, buddy. So I played on the Switch, and I thought it was, honestly, interminably hard. I just could not get past like the first couple of fights reliably, and it didn't click with me. Now I've jumped back in within the last week or so, like I said, and it was just because I was looking for a new Slay the Spire lite game to play. And this is Steam Deck verified. It does, I can promise, or I can assure you, it works great on the Steam Deck. I think that's one of my favorite places to play it. For today, of course, since I'm using my PC software to record footage, I'm using a mouse to play, but it runs great with the controller and it looks good on the Steam Deck. Anyway, they've made a lot of adjustments, tweaks, changes to the system's mechanics, the game's rules. I'll talk a little bit about what I've noticed. I don't think it's necessarily easier, but it is friendlier and more casual at the default settings. You can make things harder, which is great, and I suspect how you see like the real ending. I haven't delved into that stuff yet because I can't reliably even win a normal run. Which, let's get into it. Alright, so this is the hub, and at the beginning of each round you'll pick a faction, and each faction will give you 3 potential randomized leaders to start the game with their own deck. Well, sorry, the leaders don't have their own deck. The faction has its own starting deck. There's the Snow tribe. Maybe I could actually just like look in the tribe thing and get the actual names. So the Snow Dwellers. Lost my mouse for a second there. We have the Snow Dwellers, we've got the Shadowmancers, who I'm probably going to play as next, and I'll explain why in a moment. And then we've got the Clunk Masters, and you start with just the Snow Dwellers, but you very quickly unlock the other 2. And they all have their own fun way of playing and their own unique cards. I've also noticed that as you pick a leader, like if you pick a leader from, like this guy here, he applies Demonize, which means the next time that targeted, that affected enemy would take damage, they take double damage. That's a powerful effect. I've noticed that when you pick a leader that does something like demonize, poison, burn, whatever, you tend to find cards that can also accent that. So it's a really fun way to synergize your decks as you play along more reliably, I think. There's also a lot of challenges to unlock, and each time you unlock a challenge, you get different charms that can appear in future runs. Charms are how you upgrade cards. I'll talk about that more in a minute. In fact, there's a lot to unlock. There's a lot I haven't unlocked after 13 hours of play even. Let's just get into a run, and I'll just jump in and explain the game as we play. But I do have there's a companion you get to pick for each run to come along with your leader. And the companions are, I think it's not a companion. Yeah, it's here. These guys here. These little pets will come along with you. I've unlocked all but one. Achieve 6 times kill combo. And then I also have. Oh yeah, these are kind of allies that you can like summon in your deck. As you play the game, and I want to summon 50 allies. Summoning these guys, these are companions here, not allies, requires this faction I'm going to play as. That's why I'm going to play as them, so I can try and unlock that extra character to show up in future runs. Now, these cards are very cool looking. I love the art style in this game. What you got here is health. When this is removed, your character's removed. The damage your character will deal, and then the number of turns before whatever their action is applies. So after 4 turns, every time I play a card, a turn counts down, and every unit on the field's timer drops by 1. And then when it hits 0, they do the thing. This guy applies 3 snow, freezing whatever's in front of him, and doing 3 damage to it. This guy does 4 damage and also applies Demonize. This guy applies 2 damage and applies 1 snow for freezing for 1 turn. But he takes 5 turns to go. But he does have one cool advantage, reaction, meaning if he gets attacked, he gets a free counterattack, which can then freeze because he applies freeze. So this guy is actually pretty awesome, and I'm going to pick him because I like Smackback. You can adjust a few things like name. I'm just going to pick Let's Go. Now you get to pick your little pet guy that comes with you. I've used all of these guys. They're all really useful in different situations. I think if we're going to be applying snow, there's an argument to say we don't need more snow. We could use some healing. For example, this guy, whenever he takes an action, he heals everybody 3. That's really strong. This guy would apply Demonize to a random target in his row, which is great. This guy has teeth, so when he takes damage, he deals 2 damage back. This guy applies ink, and ink is really strong. It blanks out the card temporarily so that any abilities that are on the enemy are not applied. Like if they can apply snow or if they can apply Demonize, they will not. Let's pick the healing guy. Alright, I've done a bunch of runs. Okay, you always start with a little battle. It's an easy battle just to kind of get acclimated with your leader. By default, you get to put your leader down on the board first before the game starts. You can eventually earn crowns to apply to cards that you would also like to put down for free without taking a turn before the round starts. Alright, what are we looking at here? We've got a guy here who will apply 2 snow and do 1 damage. The biggest problem, of course, as you can imagine, is the snow. That's tough. That would be really tough. If he hits me with snow, not only will I not take my turn for 2 extra turns, but also it disables my reactions. So we need to make sure he doesn't hit my guy. This guy can hit my guy, though. In fact, if he does, he will hit my guy for 1. I'll go down to 7, and then I'll hit him back for 2, killing him. Of course, when he's destroyed, he gets +1 health to all allies. What I'm getting at here is the secret to this game is take your time. There's no timer. There's nothing happening that you can't. This is the first time I'm seeing this right here. This is amazing. This is amazing. I was wondering if there was any way to do this. I can't believe I didn't think to look up here. Yeah, there's a little combat log too. Ah, man. 13 hours in. You'd think I would have noticed that. Oh well. Okay, so as we can see, this guy's going to go first, which is a problem. Because you can also see he's targeting this guy. Now, if I put a guy here, he'll target that. I don't have another character here, but I do have this. This is a summon. Unique to this Shadowmancer faction, I can use these masks to summon units, and they're reusable. This will come back again in my hand. I can reuse them. So now I've got a guy there, and now everything counted down because I played an action. And you can now see that this guy's going to go, then this guy's going to go. We don't care about this guy. This guy is taking care of himself because of the smackback. This is the problem here. I do have a way to apply snow to him, and it does 0 damage, but it'll apply 3 snow. I'm probably going to just do that. I could use my blade, which does, because I have 3 of these in my hand, it'll do 3 damage. Not quite enough to kill him. I could increase the health of my units by 1, and actually that's kind of a fun thing to do. Let's try this. If I move this guy up, you can move guys around freely. It does not take a turn. And, crucially, you can take a unit, not a summon, they're temporary, but an actual companion can be dropped down into this pocket to recover 5 health, and he'll shovel back in your hand and replay him again later. Now, I can't do it to this guy because he's the only guy on the table. That's not temporary. But I can do this. This barrage indicates it's going to hit the whole row. So now they've got an extra health. Alright, let's put him back down here so he smacks this guy. I guess, technically speaking, he'd smack him up here. If there's nothing in the row across from the enemy, they'll attack the other row. And we're going to apply 3 snow to this guy. There we go. Now he goes, smack back, he goes. And he counts down to snow counter, but he doesn't get to go. That's how that works. Now I can kill this guy with these 3 blades. Boom. Flawless execution. Alright, what is this down here then? As you play cards, 6 of them, or as you play, I forget what it starts at, me is 4. This will slowly count down, and then you can click it to get a new hand. You'll discard your current hand, you'll draw a new hand. That's quite powerful. The decks aren't very big, so you're bound to get like some of the cards you're discarding anyway. That's going to give me a chance to play my companion, which we want to get him on the board as quickly as we can, so his counter starts going down. I also have this Sunburst Tattoo, who I think every deck starts with one of these, and it does 1 damage to the unit, but it counts them down by 2. So if I played this right now on him, he'd take a point of damage, but then he would instantly attack because his counter would hit 0 immediately. We won't do that because there's no enemies on the field, which we can take care of that by this Wave Bell. If we waited 1 turn, I could play something. Like I could put down this guy right here. That would counter all cooldowns will go down by 1, and this would summon the next wave. But I don't think that's very efficient because he's going to attack nothing when I do that. So let's summon the enemies first. Get a sense for who's in the field. Every time she attacks for 2, she also restores all of her allies, the whole board, for 2 health. That's not great. Beeberry, when destroyed, we've seen him before. He only has 2 health. I could easily kill him. And then we've got a new guy here, Blings. He shows up randomly. Almost every fight that's not a boss fight, you'll see a little rogue guy come up. He's mostly for pounding on, so you can get some extra gold. It's great if you can do it. Ignore him if you cannot. That's my advice. Alright. I do think what we're going to want to do is just play this guy and get him on the table. Alright, countdown, countdown. By the way, enemies count down and take their actions first. That's the thing that really threw me off the first time I was playing. So they have the advantage there. So I got to hit her and apply a snow for free, and now he's going to go and kill this guy, so I can honestly just hit this guy and get some gold. Yeah, that'll be alright. And then I'll hit this guy again and get some more gold. And then now I can... He's going to do 3... Let's hit her to get her down to striking distance for this guy. Now I could get a new hand, but I actually really want this card specifically to hit her. There we go. And then he healed everybody. These summons, by the way, hurt themselves each time they attack. So having this guy, I didn't do this on purpose, but this was a really good pick, I think, because it'll keep my summons around a little bit longer. Alright, let's get a new hand. This is the boss of the fight. When I clear him, I clear the whole fight. And then I can move on further along the map. So I could summon something. He's going to attack him and kill him, which is fine. I mean, when healed, this guy gets stronger, so these guys are going to heal him. But we got Snow, and he's got 4 turns. We should probably... He only has 8 health. This first fight really isn't too hard. Let's summon the guy. Get more power on the table. Kill that guy. These guys get stronger. But we can kill this guy right away with our 3 Tar Blades. And then we can freeze this guy. And this fight's basically ours. Like, this is by the way, you can click on the redraw bell early if you want. There's no reason to necessarily wait. There's no reason you can't do it, except if it's not charged, that's your action for the turn. That will end your turn and lower all the counters by 1. Let's just give people more health. Just be efficient, I guess. Now we'll redraw, and we can do 4 damage to him just to come out right. Easy peasy. First fight's nice, laid back. The enemies are randomized, but there's only like a couple different fights that it could be, and all the fights that are in this early fight are very simple. All right, now we have to make a choice. This path will give us another treasure. A treasure is a card selection of 3, and you'll pick one and it goes in your card in your deck. Those won't be companions. That's gotten from these frozen travelers, and you can hold up to 3 companions in their deck. Right now I've got 2. Actually, I don't know if he counts as a companion. I might just be at 1 out of 3 because I think the little pet is free. So I kind of want to go down this route just to fill my complement of travelers, of companions, and get a treasure. This guy's cool. I unlocked this map event recently. He gives you free cards, but then there's also usually stuff that you don't want behind the cards, and junk that just kind of clutters your deck up. But they are free cards. But I think before we go into the second fight, which I hate this fight, this is a tough one. Noxious Shrooms is a lot of poison damage, and I don't have any way currently to deal with poison other than just take the damage. or hopefully try and heal my guys. So we're going to go this way and get as many guys in the field as I can. Alright, choose a new companion. What do we got? Alright, when deployed, copy the effects of a random enemy in the row. I love, some of these companions are unique to this faction, like this one. Actually, I don't know if all of these are or not. I've only ever seen this one when I've run this faction, though. Overburn is a really fun mechanic. Overburn doesn't itself do anything, it just applies to a unit. But when the overburn value exceeds the health or equals it, it detonates, doing that much damage to the unit, which would then kill it. And all the enemies in that row take that much damage also. It's a fun way to build your deck out, but we haven't started doing it yet, and so there's no reason to double someone's overburn. I have no way to give them overburn. This is a good one. I like her a lot. When an enemy is hit with an item, like those tar blades that we use, apply Demonize to them. Let's grab her, because that's a great way to, like, right before someone's going to get hit by our units, we can give the enemy they're going to hit Demonize, doubling their damage, if we play it right. The game is all about timing. Alright, kill an ally, and then add their attack damage to all allies. This may seem like a bad idea, but don't forget, we've got repeatable summons, and the ones in our deck right now have 2 attacks. So we would just, like, kill a guy who's probably going to die anyway, and then give 2 attack to all of the units on the battlefield. I love this guy. These are fun too. They're like companions that don't count against your limit. They're like automatons. There's a whole class of these. But we're going to grab these. The Gnome faction uses a lot of those. What else we got for companions? Alright, this guy's new to me. Trigger when an ally is sacrificed. Okay, so he doesn't get to actually go until I sacrifice someone. Which I do have a way in my deck now, and a reason to do it. So if I sacrifice a little guy, he would get +2, and he'd attack 2 times. That's really cool. If I had known she was coming, I might have been able to get the other one and gone with an overburn build. When hit, boost the effects of a random ally and enemy. Anytime you see a boost of an effect, it's this. Like this would then apply 3. Or, well, that's the only one here. But let's try this guy. He's new. New to me. Alright, here we go. Let's see. Yeah, see, apply 4 damage and destroy itself after 4 turns. So I have 4 turns to destroy both these to avoid taking any damage from the poison. Let's get our guys in the battlefield as quick as we can. I don't, unfortunately, have any snow. She's going to hit, and she will apply Demonize. So watch this. I can do 3 damage to this guy, and it'll give him a Demonize. And when she hits, she'll do double damage killing. So there we go. That one worked. There's not much I can do. He's going to take 4 damage immediately. When you get, like, when the turn ends, he'll take 4 damage, and then he'll have 3 poison on him. So he'll be screwed. I think, though, if I put her in place, she'll survive, and I can drag her down to the healing thing. So I should put a Demonized token on this guy while I still can. Yeah, it's unfortunate, but that's what the healing mechanic is for. Okay, let's try and get our other companion on the board. Alright, since he's going to attack, let's go ahead and put him out there. Alright. This guy... Alright, so he's snowed. This guy has a reaction. Apply 2 poison. Trigger against the target when an ally attacks. So as long as we kill this before any of the other allies... This guy won't attack. Before these guys attack, this thing won't do anything. He's going to attack this, kill it. We're good. I can't use him right now, so I'm going to put him here. Just he can absorb some hits for now. I will apply snow. Just get this guy locked down. This guy kills him. Okay, so far so good. Let's get a summon on the board. Okay. Let's get these guys some more health. No reason not to. Alright, let's get the... I'd love to get my sacrifice thing up. Oh, I did get it. Okay, now we're going to see what this guy can do. We're going to sacrifice this guy. It's going to give 2 health, 2 attack to all my allies and trigger Groth. who will attack 2 times for 7 damage, killing that guy. That was excellent. Alright, now there's not much we can do about this guy going. I don't have any way to freeze him. He'll go before I go, because enemies go first. But I can throw a summon here, just to absorb this barrage hit. Yeah, that was worth it. That was worth it. Okay. He's going to attack, and he'll kill this guy. So let's do 2 damage and get rid of this reaction trigger thing. Before I forget it's there. She's the boss. I think we're doing great. We might as well move these guys down. There's no reason not to. Okay, so here, this is going to be unfortunate. 3 poison, no damage. It's not a big deal. We should be okay. So let's just get the countdown going a little better on this. 3 damage. She takes 3 right away. Counts down to 2. I am tempted to do. I'm going to do this. By the way, I have not mentioned it yet, but if my leader dies, the run ends immediately. That's how you lose the run. Okay, so we're going to 3. Damn, let's put her out. Alright, we got 3 damage. We're okay. We're okay. Demonize. Anything hits this guy, she's done. Let's freeze this guy. Oh my god, that was close. If I hadn't killed her with the reaction, I would have died. I should have moved her back on the draw. So, not a well-played victory, but a victory all the same. Anyway, and then play continues like that until you finally get through the end. But I had a hard time fighting that first major boss. This is the real boss of the first area. And when you beat this, you'll get a really cool choice of options for things. So I'm going to play until I get to the end of this boss, and if I can wrap up that fight, that'd be great. Let's go. Treasure. Shade Sculptor's cool because it would let me copy a card in my deck, and the Charm Merchant would sell charms, which are really powerful, and I want to show those off. But I can also buy charms from the Woolly Snail. So we're going to come down here and get another Traveler. Whoops, get a free treasure. Let's get that treasure. Okay. Summon Sheep Popper on the enemy side. Doesn't attack us. It just sits there with 4 health, and when we destroy it, it deals 8 damage to all of its allies. That's really fun. Let's get that. I love the Shadowmancer's ability to like summon and do different fun things like copy enemy effects. Frozen Traveler. We don't have room for this. This guy is kind of cool. When an ally is sacrificed, gain their... Let's get this guy. Now we're going to have to pick, unfortunately. I kind of like the idea of having a couple guys that benefit from sacrifices. And we will, if we beat the boss, we may get an option. One of the options we can choose from might be one that gives us an extra companion limit. I don't know. She's really been useful though too, being able to put a demonized stack on an enemy. I think we want to keep her, and I'll be honest, this guy is, but he's so amazing when he triggers though. So let's just keep him. All right, this is going to give us more gold, which is great because we're going to have a shop right here. Okay, I had seen this as a tip. These crowns are available in every shop, and you'll get one from fights sometimes. They're always worth getting because anything with a crown is in your starting hand as the battle begins. So let's get her. So now when a fight starts, it'll be her and her in my starting hand before the fighting begins. Now, I have 86 gold left. I can buy a charm and have 41 left. I can summon Bebop. When destroyed, apply 4 ghosts to the attacker, or overburn. This applies Demonize, but restores 9 health. So it's a really strong health potion, but then you take double damage from the next source, which could be, well, I mean, it's probably fine. Most hits are 2 or 3 damage, but you never know. Summon Tigress, who gains 1 teeth when hit, or when an ally is hit, and then also just gains, just does damage back to attacker. So you'd put her in the front line and let her just like let people bang their heads against her. I like her, but I can't sacrifice her, and I'm gonna try and go for that effect. So let's get a charm. Charms are really fun. There are ways to it. You attach them to a card, and then they do some different things. So this is when snowed, gain equal strength. So obviously you don't want your guys to get snowed, but this is a nice, at least you're getting attack out of getting snowed. When you pick up a charm, it'll tell you which cards qualify. Who do I not want to get snowed? This guy. I don't want this guy to get snowed, but if he does, I definitely do want him to get more attack out of it. I have 41 left. I could get a Summon Tigress. That's just more cards in my hand, though. None of the two summons have an attack value for me to sacrifice. So we're gonna save our gold and move on to the boss. Okay. This guy is tough. He attacks both the front position of both rows for 1. But as we kill his allies, he gets stronger. Gain their attack, so he'll gain like more attack. It's not ideal. But we do start with 2 guys on the field, and we can summon this guy right away. And summon this guy. Smackback was worth it there. Just put him up here so that the barrage only hits her and the smackback hits her. Oh wait, actually let's do this. Yeah. Okay. Okay, he's gonna do just 1 damage. It's not a big deal, but he'll get smackback. That'll be good. Let's get that. Yeah, smackback. Nice. Okay. Well, I wish we could have gotten Groff on the board, but that's okay. He's gonna hit for 2. I would like to do this. You know, I'm gonna lose him anyway, so might as well get something else out of him. Alright. Next up, we could hurt this guy. That would do 8 damage to him. We could... I don't know what we should... Let's freeze this guy because I don't want to get frosted. Yeah, let's try and kill him. Yeah, that's the right call. No, we don't kill him. Oh my god, did he damage the whole board? Is that right? Can I look at that guy? Can I summon that guy again? No. Groff's the only guy left in our deck. When this guy dies, he's not going to be dead. He's going to flip over to be an even bigger problem. So let's just apply Groff to slow him down a little bit so we can get him in. I'm going to get Groff out. Alright, get Groff out. That's going to flip him. And he is tougher now with 30 health, but nothing we can't handle. Let's get another guy out. I think this is going to be fine. Freeze him. Alright, so I better move him out of the way because he's going to get attacked. Actually, let's put her here. She'll smack back both these guys. And... Ooh, let's put Demon Eyes on him before the smackback. Boom. Smackback. Okay. There we go. Alright. If I can get that card, that will oh, if I could have drawn... Oh, was that a consume card? I didn't even notice that. This guy. Oh, it consumes. I didn't even notice that. I would have saved it if I had realized. That's probably for the best. But now I know I need to get more cards that when I sacrifice my allies. Alright. Blessing from the sun. That's the end of the act boss. Alright, so you always get a crown here. And I always take it. This is great. Just +2 attack. Give it to whoever. Bonfire Charm. When consumed, apply 2 Overburn to all enemies. So, if I pick this, I have to apply it to a card that has Consume on it. Like, or sacrifice card. And then when I use that card, it would just put 2 overburn on everybody, which is very good, especially in an overburn deck. Draw a card each turn while the redraw bell is charged. Solid. I tend to just click the redraw button, but the nice thing about this is, you know, you might have like 2 or 3 cards in your hand that you want to hold on to. So you would just keep drawing new cards every turn until you're ready to redraw your whole hand. Recalling a companion will lower the redraw bell count by 2. That's very strong. And wave bell counter +1 just means that you're going to have more time to take care of enemies before they get on the battlefield. I like all of these, honestly. I mean, we don't need this. This is just solid because we can put it on whoever. Maybe not him. He already gets pretty big. But like my own character could have 4 damage then. I think I want this. I want to be able to redraw my hand more frequently to cycle through my cards faster. Okay, so anyway, there you go. And then the run continues from there until we get to the next boss, and then the run continues from there until you get to the final boss, which I've beaten a couple of times successfully. Like I said, it's not the real ending, but it is satisfying to wrap up that fight. And I've unlocked a lot of cool stuff too, so that's the game. I did see when I was playing with the volume settings, there's a cool journal of all the things you need to still do, all your achievements you still need to do to unlock cards. There's a nice look at all the different cards you have unlocked. Item cards, the various companions, the various enemies you faced off against. There's still at least that one that I haven't seen. There's actually, I think there's quite a few bosses I haven't seen yet, but that's probably because I'm not playing on, I assume, the difficulty of things. That would allow me to see the final ending. Yeah, let's go back to the menu real quick, and I'll show you. When you go to play a new run, which I guess I probably can't show you because I had to give up my current run, and I don't want to do that. There's bells that are like all nasty and bad, and you can pick them, which would allow you to increase the bell strength. Makes the run harder, but I suspect that's how you get through the real ending. And some of those crazy bells are really tough, but one of them for sure is how the game used to work. It used to be when a companion character was taken off the board from reducing his health to 0. For the next fight, he was injured and had like half stats, half attack, half health maximum. It was brutal. And then if he got killed again, he was removed from your deck. That was one of the things that I thought made the game kind of untenable. And honestly, not much fun because, you know, losing a character sucks. But that's not how the game works anymore. And for those who want that challenge, that's one of the crazy strength bells they can like add to their run, so they can have that effect back in if they want. And I'm sure people who are used to playing like that find that to be not a big deal anymore. Anyway, that's WildFrost. I hope you enjoyed this look at the game. It's been half an hour, so I'll wrap it up here. I got to see the first boss and show you guys a few things. Thanks for coming along on this journey with me. This is, I think, like a $20 game. It's available on everything as far as I know. Maybe not Xbox, but I find that unlikely. It's probably on everything. Switch for sure, and PC for sure, because I bought it twice on those platforms. Alright. Oh, it does support ultra-wide for those who are curious. I'm not playing in ultra-wide. I was just recording a 1080p video for the sake of ease on my bandwidth, uploading the video to YouTube. But it does support ultra-wide. Alright, well, once again, thanks for watching. And if you have any questions or any comments or notes for me, throw them in the comments section. And I'll see y'all next time.